Hello everyone, my name is Trenz, and welcome back to my channel. And for those who are new, welcome. For my 2022 beginning of the year setup, I have decided to do a Disney theme, greatly inspired by fellow YouTuber, This Girl Called Holly. And I will link her description or her YouTube page and Instagram page in the description down below. And the journal of choice for this year, or this half of the year, is the Suki Nara edition by Notebook Therapy. First we have the Belongs To page. My decoration for this page is a drawing of Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, and Pluto. I am currently coloring in Pluto's tongue with a watercolor brush pen colored pink. And Pluto happens to be Mickey's dog. I am also coloring in Minnie's and Mickey's mouse pink. I am doing more touches of pink in Pluto's tongue. And I did sketch this out with pencil first, and then off camera I outlined the drawings. And now I am using a watercolor brush, red, for Minnie's bow. Yeah, she does love the color red, doesn't she? Your usual ensemble is a red skirt or a polka dot skirt with red dots. Or was it with black dots and red skirts? And now I am coloring in Pluto's collar with red. What about you? What is your theme for the upcoming year? And just to clarify this, my beginning of the year spreads is theme for Mickey Mouse and Friends. And this just happens to be a color that I regret because it's darker than I thought it would be. The light brown color for Minnie's and later on Mickey's face. Their face was supposed to be sort of like flesh or beige. And right now, during the coloring process, my characters look so creepy. Well, except for Pluto. Pluto doesn't look creepy at all. So among Mickey and his friends, who is your favorite character? Is it Daisy? Donald Duck? Goofy? Goofy's son? Pluto? Mickey or Minnie? And now I'm using yellow for Pluto. Pluto's head. And I know that Pluto is a light brown color, but look at what happened to my light brown color. And now Pluto's kind of creepy. But that's just part of the coloring process. And now on to the black water brush markers, or watercolor markers. I am coloring everything in that needs to be colored in black, and I'm doing Minnie Mouse first. And like I said, this was greatly inspired by This Girl Called Holly and her 2028, no, not 2028, 2018, 21/8 bullet journal setup. Now Minnie looks great. She looks like a very dark Minnie. And now on to Mickey Mouse himself. I would just like to say, if you have been watching my videos for a long time, please subscribe and hit the like button and leave a comment. I greatly appreciate it. And now on to Pluto. Look at Pluto's black nose. that looks better. The shadow within Pluto's mouth. So, random question. Are you a cat person or a dog person? Me? I used to think I wouldn't like dogs, but ever since my brother got a dog, a German Shepherd mixed breed, I really love that dog, and his name is Lucky. What a very lucky dog. How about you? Do you have any pets? And do you see your pets as a part of the family or just animals you need to watch over? For my brothers and I, we see Lucky as part of our family. And look, Pluto's looking great. And now to darken up Pluto's skin, I think I'm using, oh, it's still the yellow, I think. Or it's not the orange. And I've got to say, despite the mishaps I had with coloring in my drawings, I like it. I like it a lot. And now I am writing the name Trenz. It's time to flip the page. And oh yeah, I decided to glue in those pages. There it is, using the Sakura brush pen in black. At least I tried to use that for the whole thing. No wait, I was wrong. It's the Pigma Micron pen. Aha, so I decided to do the key side of this 2 pages first by writing out or drawing out the symbol. And by the way, for the keys, you can use the original bullet journal method keys, or you can customize your own keys. For me, it's customized to my preference. And this notebook just happens to be slightly smaller than all of my other notebooks. But I like it. I like the page. I like how light it is. I also like the thickness of the page. And now I'm showing in what it looks like. Started, cancelled, migrated, and finished. Or completed. Huh. Oh, I remember doing this cover page. I started out using the black watercolor brush pens, and then it wouldn't work that much, so I tried using my watercolors, but look at what happened to it. It's not as black as it should be. So I went back to using the watercolor brush pens. And did a great job. And for the cover page, off camera after I let the black ink dry, I wrote the number 2022 in the middle of Mickey's black head using a Sakura Whit Gelly Roll pen and surrounded it with stars. It's going to look very, very good in the final flip through. The funny thing is, even though this is going to be published on December, the footage was filmed way before I did my December 2021 bullet journal setup, as you can see through the background. And now I'm using my STA metallic pens for the huge Kingdom Hearts key. On the keys page. You see, Kingdom Hearts is a video game that allows you to travel worlds within the Disney franchise. Which is why I thought the key would look good. Sadly, one of the markers first dried up. So I had to improvise. You'll see what I did to improvise coloring in. Is that part of the key? As you can see, it's not working. And I decided to push through. It's not the silvery color that I wanted it to be. But there's still a little bit of color. And now I'm writing in the word keys underneath the drawing of the key. Look! An outline of Mickey and Minnie Mouse. One of the earlier drawing concepts. So these drawings will be primarily colored in black because it's a black and white drawing. And I decided to add some polka dots on Minnie's ensemble. I'm coloring in Minnie Mouse first. And look, she's waving. It's either she's waving hello or she's waving goodbye. I'd like to think she's waving hello. What about you? Do you think she's saying goodbye or she's saying hello? And which version of Mickey Mouse and Friends do you like? Did you like the black and white versions or the colored versions? And I just noticed it. Minnie and Mickey Mouse are only wearing shorts for Mickey and skirt for Minnie. What happened to their t-shirts? And if you've also seen Donald and Daisy, you could see that they're only wearing their shirts. But later on, Minnie is wearing a full-blown dress, I think. And now starting with Mickey's ear. I just realized we're still on the third page of this entire spread. It's already 26 minutes. It's a good thing we're only coloring in black and white. And now, on to the next spread. Which is to the left, the grid spacing guide, or as others like to call it, the grid spacing cheat sheet. And on the left, and on the right, is the year at a glance, which I cut off from one of my previous planners and glued in. Now for this grid spacing guide, I'm doing color-coded so that I know which is the halves, the thirds, and the fourths. For lengthwise and crosswise. And I also decided to draw out what one day of the calendar spread looks like. And now I'm putting in the title, grid spacing, guide. Yes, I'm also putting in the title, Year at a Glance, on the next spread. And as you can see, my doodles are a tiny Mickey, a big Mickey head, Daisy, Tiny Mickey. Here comes the return of the black water brush pens. And onto a bigger Mickey head. And we've just hit the half-hour mark. And we're on the 5th spread. And now looking at this bow, I believe I colored it wrong. It was supposed to be yellow, because that's supposed to be Daisy's bow. But I colored it Minnie's bow instead. Whoops. Sorry, Daisy. I guess you don't have any representation at all. And now I'm coloring in Pluto's color. What about you? Do you use a year at a glance spread? Or do you place that in your bullet journal? Or do you find it redundant? Not at all useful. And now I'm colored in Tiny Minnie's bow and slightly bigger Minnie's bow. Red. And then I'm coloring in the ribbon blue. Or is it black? Wait. Oh, that's black. I'm coloring the black parts of Donald Duck's hat, cap. And there are, I think, two versions of these. One of them has a white color and the other one has blue. As you can see, I'm trying to color in all the black. But you can see something very, very strange. I forgot to color in the tiny one at the top near the title of the spread. So at what point do you think I'll remember to color that in? Oh, there's the blue portion of Donald Duck's hat. Wait, didn't Donald have 3 nephews? And isn't he sort of related to Scrooge McDuck? And here I am coloring in Goofy's hat. It's funny how they have an animated dog that can't talk, just Pluto. And then they have an animated dog that can walk on its back legs, has 2 hands, and can talk, which is Goofy. Will I remember? Do I remember? And yep, I finally noticed the floating red ribbon, the floating red bow. And now I'm coloring in Tiny Minnie. Tiny Minnie Mouse. And now on to the next page, or on to the next spread, which happens to be the 4 pages future logs. And don't worry, I've already colored in July to December and written it out, because it has the same layout. And you will find that there is color coding for every quarter, or every season. As you can see, the winter months are January, February, and December, the days of the month are colored. They have the blue color. And now for March, April, and May, there's pink color because pink represents spring. And then for June, July, and August, it's yellow colored because it's summer. And you will see the other, or the last color coding, and the last 3 months that I will say for the seasons when we finish offsetting the first 2 pages. As you can see, there's a mini calendar for each month. And then I am using a very dark purple. And yes, at first I thought it came out black, but it's actually very dark purple. And that's for the section of the holidays. The holidays section. And yes, I have researched all the holidays for 2020. For 2022. And I've written them down in the future log. And some months have more holidays than others. Which is why the section in which the other events happening for that month that isn't holidays or birthdays, varies in size due to the number of birthdays and holidays of each specific month. And as you can see in my mini calendar, I've also added which week of the year it is, like from week 1 to week 52. I made a mistake because I'm supposed to add those different colored numbers on January and December, and I forgot this is only up to June. But don't worry, I fixed it by using the white Sakura Jelly Roll pen. And now I'm using the Sakura Pigma Micron to write in the date of the month. Which is why the year at a glance is kind of redundant if you use this kind of style of future log. But for me, it's not redundant because it makes me remember exactly how the calendar is set up for each month. But whatever works for you. Because whatever works for you doesn't necessarily work for me, and vice versa. And what you put in your bullet journal has to work for you, just like what I put in my bullet journal works for me. And now I'm writing down the holidays of the month of June. And now I'm writing in for May. And now I'm writing in for April. March is blank because I couldn't find any holidays. But I left space so that if there are any holidays that will be declared for that year, I have space to put them in. And then I'm writing the holidays for February. And there's, as I can see, there's only one for January, which is New Year's Day. Then I'm using the orange color for the events. Like any events that will happen during school. And boy, am I glad I did. July to December, ahead of time. Because this would have added more time to this video if I had to do the 4 pages on camera. And now you could sort of see what I meant by the different lengths for the events portion of this future log. And now I'm using a green to color in the birthday section, or the birthday headings. Wow, that's a lot of birthdays for January. What about you? What do you use your future log for? And now I'm writing in the days of the week for each month. MTWTFSS. I'm also writing in the title events and birthdays using black fineliner, because sadly the black fineliner does not show up in the very, very dark purple color. Random question. What is your favorite color? Mine is purple, any shade of purple, followed by blue, any shade of blue. I wonder why I'm writing out events first. Oh, it's because of the paper clips thing. It's getting in the way. And here comes the Sakura Whit Gelly Roll pen to write in holiday on the very dark purple color. And there is Jason. And now on to my expend page. And the things to check out page. Once again, struggling to open the cap of the Pima Micron pen. Writing out expense. And now I believe I am writing out the different legends for each category. And that's where I put the date. And that's where I put the where. Oh, the amount I paid, category, and description. And then I'm coloring in Goofy's hat. Goofy orange color. And then in order not to make this page look completely blank and bland, I decided to color alternating lines or alternating spaces with different colors. That is used with both spreads. As you can see, I'm using the color yellow now. And I also miscounted in spacing. You'll see my solution to it soon. All I know is the space looks so empty without the colors. So I decided, why not add more colors? And now it's over an hour. How long is the setup? But then again, this is the beginning of the year setup, so there's probably more coloring, more pages to set up. Which is why it's longer than normal. I'm doing a drop shadow. You know, drop shadows give more dimension to your drawings, your boxes, and everything. It makes it look not one-dimensional, not flat on the page, even though it's really just flat page. Now I'm using the color pink because I don't think any of Mickey or Minnie's friends are associated with pink. If there is one Minnie or Mickey Mouse friend that is associated with pink, please leave your answer in the comments down below. You see, this is what I noticed that I miscounted. Instead of leaving one box space, it's two. You know what I mean, the lines, instead of leaving one line space, there's two line spaces. So to sort of fix it, I decided to color in the actual line. See? And now finishing off Goofy's hat. Now on to the things to check out, spread, which I forgot to put in the title. In fact, there's no space to put in the title anymore unless I want to lessen the space which I write the recommendations in. So for this spread, it is divided into 4 categories, which are movies, as you can see by that doodle. Yes, it's divided the page into 1/4. And each 1/4 portion of the page is different categories. And I'm coloring in the doodle for music category. And now I'm coloring in the drawing for the books category. This is not the right time to be tongue-tied, because then I'd have to do all this voice over from scratch. And I'm already at 1 hour and 13 minutes of it. And there's my mini doodle of a TV for the TV dramas. Yes, those are the 4 categories: movies, TV dramas, book, and music. Feel free to leave book recommendations and music recommendations in the comments below. More importantly, what book or music are you currently enjoying right now? And then here we are at the next 2 pages. On the left, my left, is my wants, needs, and gift ideas page. And the gift ideas it's not just about Christmas or Valentine's. The gift ideas page is for Valentine's, Christmas, and birthdays. The needs page is what I really need at that moment in time, like for school, like books, notebooks, pens, pencils. For the ones, just like, do I actually need this new stationery, or do I just want this new stationery? And on to the right page, which is the When Did I Last page, and you just saw me writing out the title. And now I am coloring in 2 Mickeys at the end of the banner. I'm trying to remember if I actually colored the banner, or did I leave it like that? Like I said, I filmed this setup right after I filmed my November setup. Anyways, for the When Did I Last spread or page. At the beginning of the year 2022, I will be listing down at least 10 things or activities, and then writing down when I did them last, or when did I buy them last, when did I use them last. It depends on you. The things or activities that I list down could be buying new contact lens solution, or better yet, new contact lenses. Yes, I am nearsighted and I used to use both contact lenses and eyeglasses, but sadly I couldn't buy more new contact lenses due to the pandemic. Or such items. Part of the list: dental floss, toothbrush or toothpaste, conditioner, shampoo, or you can list down some self-care activities like mani-pedi, haircuts, going to the videoke, or having movie nights. And I also colored in the banner with, I think that's the color, is either the color pink or the color orange. I can't really see it that well. And as you can see, there are rectangles because they're not boxes on the leftmost part of the page. That is where I will put in the item or the activity, and then on the blank spaces, that's where I will write the dates. So when did I last do that specific thing, or when did I last buy that specific item. As you can see, I'm alternating the color of the drop shadows with red, orange, pink, yellow, and black. Yes, this time I'm actually counting the boxes so that I know which box to color in the black drop shadow. At this part of the setup, I am at 1 hour and 21 minutes. And now that I see what color the orange drop shadow is, I can completely and honestly say that I believe that the banner is colored pink. And that's it for the wants, needs, and gift ideas page and the when did I last page. And now here we are to, well, this is definitely not the last two pages. But this happens to be the last two pages that will be completely filled out. At least I think will be completely filled out. Nope. The 2021 in photos page will be just the title. Yes, the title, 2021 in photos. And then I left space only for the first half of the year. I will choose one photo that resonates with me the most and place it there. That's from January to June 2022. And then what I believe will be the last page that will be completely filled in, color and all, is my quote page. And the quote page that happens to be a quote that is something that Edna Mode said from the Incredibles movie. Now I am inking in the quote. In some parts it is actually an outline of the word. And there's a drawing of Edna Mode. And one of the scenes that I like the most in the Incredibles movie is at Edna Mode's place, where she says, Edna Mode and guest. But I think this quote is more fitting to the beginning of the year. It is I never look at the past, darling. It distracts from the now by Edna Mode. Now, Edna Mode as a character, she is a genius. A genius that designs very durable and high quality uniforms or suits for the supers. And she clearly does not like putting capes on the super suit. Why? Because it can get caught up in the engines of airplanes, thus leading that to supers that can fly. And now this is catching up to my September 2021 setup, which was at 1 hour and 27 minutes. I am now coloring in the word darling. You know, the bold, the big bold letters, darling. All the characters that I drew in my bullet journal belongs to Disney. And our Pixar. Maybe I should have done the coloring off camera. Or the inking in the quote. Because this setup is now 1 hour and 30 minutes. If you are staying this long just watching my video, thank you so much. And leave a butterfly emoji in the comments. second portion of Edna Mode's outfit as well. And her lips. And this is probably the only humanoid drawing that has a face in all my setups. Now I'm coloring in Edna Mode's eyes. Yes, they are colored brown. I researched it. And now I'm doing a weird drop shadow using my gray watercolored pens, watercolored brush markers. Man, when I first laid it down, it looked so dark, and I was like, oh my god. But don't worry, the color lightened when it dried. Now coloring in part of Edna Mode's getup. Edna Mode is a fashionista, a fashion designer for superheroes. And at least true to the part that I actually colored, she doesn't look creepy while only being partially colored at this point in time. Yes, I am sorry for the shadow that my hand has created. I'm just using this. I am doing this video using my phone, and I don't have any accessories to prop it up. And now, oh, now I'm coloring in the word now using the black watercolor brush pens. And during my research for Edna Mode, most of her outfits consist of black colors. That's right, a very black Edna Mode colored getup. Question, question, question. Would you rather do a Disney princess theme or a Disney villains theme? Leave your answer in the comments down below. Coloring in the skin. And now coloring in the rest of Enna, starting with her hair. Her black hair. Okay then. For the Incredibles movie, both movies, Incredibles 1 and 2, who is your favorite character? And why? Is said character your favorite? As you can see, Enma mode is almost completely colored in. And now to the last spreads, which is my theme generation, or what my is a spread for the first 6 months of 2022, wherein I put the color palette, the lettering styles, sample of the doodles, what spreads I made for said month, like do I make a calendar spread? Do I make a productivity level board, a health tracker, a gratitude log, a habit tracker, a cover page, and a space for washi tapes if I actually use washi tapes for said month. And this spread is not something I originally came up with. In fact, I remember liking it so much that I copied it from someone. Copied it from someone on YouTube. And when I remember who you are, I will put your name down and your YouTube channel, and if you have an Instagram page, I will also put a link to your Instagram page in the description down below. And what I'm using this page for is sort of like a sneak peek to what I plan to do for the month. Like a sneak peek to January, a sneak peek to February, March, April, May, and June, which I will then post on my Instagram page. Holy smokes. This setup is almost 2 hours long. And if you have reached this far and until the end of this video, please leave a butterfly emoji and a yellow heart emoji in the comments down below. And then on to the final flip through. As you can see, the 2 and the stars on the Mickey. Now then. That is all for this video. If you like this video, click the like button, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And see you in my January 2022 bullet journal setup. Bye! I believe this is Shashi Currents. I must check it out to see if I'm right. Bye!